Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 things to look for in a brokerage when you're interviewing brokerages. I know a lot of you guys that watch my channel are in a position where you're either in the process of getting your real estate license, or you're thinking about getting your real estate license, or just curious about how it all works. So that's the question I'm going to answer for you today. I think something a lot of people don't realize is that when you are interviewing brokerages, when you first get your real estate license and you're interviewing brokerages to work at, it's really more like you interviewing them instead of them interviewing you. Yeah, just really be armed with questions to ask them and be prepared for that so that you look prepared, and that's what they want. Okay, so my first tip, my first thing to look out for is training. And I really think that it is worth it to start out at a brokerage where you're paying a little more. You're paying more to be there, but they offer more training. I'm not saying that the brokerage that you work at is going to determine how much money you make, because at the end of the day, it is completely on you. It is a one-person job. It is on you how much money you make, how hard you work. Your brokerage has absolutely nothing to do with that. But I do think that it is worth it to pay a little more for training, especially if you're starting out. If you're someone who maybe you've been in the business before and then you take a break for a few years and you come back, then yeah, it doesn't really matter. But if you're brand new, you've never been in real estate before, definitely pay more. It is so worth it. I think so, at least. And then, you know, you can always move to another brokerage that has less of a split if you want to in the future. Go where the people that you want to be like are at, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is when I first got my real estate license, I interviewed at seriously like every brokerage in town. I really wanted to make sure that I made the right decision, because when I got to a brokerage, I wanted to stay there for a while. I didn't want to be hopping around, because I'd seen other agents who did that, who hopped around and just switched from brokerage to brokerage, and it costs money. I mean, it's time consuming, and time is money in real estate, and also, you know, you have to get all new signs and branding. It's just a hassle. So I wanted to stay in one place and really make that the best decision possible. So I interviewed everywhere, and one of the places that I interviewed at, one of the things they said that really turned me off was that they were really laid back, and they said that they didn't care. They were like, oh, you know, we want you to make a certain mark and sell a certain amount, but if you don't, it's okay. Like, you know, we want you to grow in your own time, and that's all right. And I didn't like that, because I wanted a brokerage who was going to push me, who was going to have really high standards for me. And one of the reasons I went with Berkshire Hathaway is because, well, they do have high standards, but also I remember hearing statistics about the average Berkshire Hathaway realtor selling more than the average realtor at another company. And so I thought, well, I want to go where those people were at. I want to be surrounded by the best and by people who are selling a lot. I want to be in an office where I can constantly be around people who are doing what I want to do. And yes, there are top producers at every office, but one of the main reasons why I wanted to go there was because of their high standards. So if you're really wanting to be successful, that's my second thing to look out for, is look out for a company that's gonna hold you accountable and have high standards for you. I just remembered my third tip. Okay, my third tip, ladies and gentlemen, lean in all the way. Go with your gut. I remember when I was in real estate school, they had, you know, periodically they would have a different principal broker at different offices come in and speak and talk about their brokerage and try to like sell the future brokers on why they should work at their brokerage. And I remember when someone came in and spoke about Berkshire Hathaway, before they even started talking, before they said a single thing about it, I knew it. Something clicked in my mind, and I was like, that's it. That's the one I want to work at. I didn't know anything about them yet, but my gut was telling me, go with Berkshire Hathaway. And then I learned more about them, and I found out that that was the one for me. So that's my third tip, is go with your gut. If your gut is telling you to go to a certain brokerage, then follow that. And yeah, I'll just explain how the process works real quick for some of you who don't know, because this is something else that I get asked all the time, is how does it work? when you get your real estate license, you have to hang your license with a principal broker. So you have to work for a company and they take part of your commission split. You oftentimes pay them fees, monthly fees, yearly fees, whatever it is, depending on the brokerage, and different brokerages offer different things. And a few things that my company offers that I know some others don't is they put the signs out in the yard for us. They input our listings into the multiple listing services. They do a lot of little things like that for us. And I know to some of you it might not sound like a big deal, but I would personally rather pay a little more at first and get to have that done for me, so I have more time to go out and prospect and get clients and that kind of thing, and not have to mess around doing those little tasks that someone else could be doing. Yeah, so that's really it. I hope someone found this helpful. And if you are a realtor and you're watching this, I would love to hear what brokerage you're at. So feel free to leave a comment below. If you are a realtor in another state and you have a client relocating to Oregon, send them my way. I would love to give you a referral fee. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.